Hey, Peace Tank. How are you? Hope you guys are doing great. Just in case you thought I forgot from that last unit on memory, 2, 1, 6, 7, 5, 7, 4, 2, 3, 1, 3, 8, 2, 1, 3, 8, 4, 0, 4, 7, 5, 2, 9. See? Permanent memory. All right, hey, we're going on section 5, part 2 of unit 5, thinking and language. Pretty cool stuff here. So thinking is everything. Cognition. It's our mental activities that are associated with thinking, remembering, and all that stuff. Cognitive psychologists study these aspects of cognition in far as making decisions, problem solving, and things like that. So, what is a concept? A concept is a mental grouping of similar objects, events, ideas, or people. Part of concepts, we have prototypes. Prototypes is that best image you have of a category. For example, my prototype of a bird is not a penguin or a finch. My prototype of a bird is an eagle. That's my best mental image of a bird. That American eagle flying above the lake and just cruising. All right. Now, I did it wrong. All right. Anyways, we're getting into Gestalt theory right here. Thinking about chair. Do you think of this, or was it this when you think of a chair? This leads into Gestalt thinking and our prototype of what something is. So some people think of this as a chair, the lazy boy. Some people think of the kitchen chair. It depends on what your prototype is of that concept. Now, algorithms, thinking, break it down a little more controversial, more detailed stuff about cognition. An algorithm is a methodological approach to solve a problem. Okay, it guarantees to solving that problem. It's very detailed. It takes steps. Takes a long time. It is slower but more accurate than a heuristic, which we're going to talk about in a second. So, my son is good at this, the Rubik's Cube. He was a statistics and analytics major at Carolina. And he used to love those Rubik's Cubes. Rubik's Cubes are algorithms. You have certain patterns to do to get it. I can't do it, but he can, and so others. Check out this guy using an algorithm to really dominate this Rubik's Cube. All right, heuristics. This is what I tend to fall under this category. This is thinking that is more efficient and strategic. It allows you to be quick and witty. It's speedier than an algorithm, however, it is more error prone. I prefer heuristics because I have a lot of things going on. I juggle a lot of things going on. So although I use heuristics, I don't rule out algorithms. I just prefer heuristic thinking. That's how my mind works. And here's a little quick video on heuristics. All right, what's that say? Psychology. Our mind just put it together. Now, it used a heuristic to do that. It did not use an algorithm. Why? What's that say? Memory. An algorithm would have taken us 907,000 combinations to get these words, this word here. A heuristic allowed us to use different methods and strategies to uncover what that word is. Much speedier, but more error prone. Oh, this is pretty cool. This message serves to prove how our mind can do amazing things, impressive things. In the beginning, it was hard, but now on this line, your mind is reading it automatically without even thinking about it. Be proud. Only certain people can read this. Repost if you can. All right. Obviously, I hope some of you probably can read that now. We use algorithms to put that message together. Once it started flowing, it came to us. All right. So most people could do this. It just takes time. All right. So yeah, you may think you have a strong mind. I'll take credit for that too. Okay. Heuristics and Gestalt. Heuristics put meaning to parts. So these words here, these numbers and letters mean nothing in real life, but to our mind, we want a Gestalt whole, so we are able to use heuristics to get the word message. There it goes. Thinking, insight, confirmation bias, fixation, just some more terms related to Unit 5B. Insight, sudden realization of a solution of something. You may sleep on it, wake up like, oh, I figured it out. Confirmation bias, the tend to search for information that confirms one's preconceptions. All right, if you don't think politics and news with this, you're sadly mistaken. Confirmation bias, people who believe the right look to Fox News to confirm their beliefs. People who vote to the left look to CNN to probably confirm their biases. All right, it confirms your preconceptions. That's why we tend to gravitate towards things that confirm what we believe. Fixation is the inability to see a problem from a new perspective, impediment to problem solving. People who get fixated often cannot find the solution to an answer. For example, how would you arrange these 6 matches to form 4 equilateral triangles? You could try this on your own, but there is a solution. Using jugs A, B, and C with the capacity shown, how would you measure out the volumes indicated? Check this out through the notes. Using these materials, how would you mount the candle on a bulletin board? Fixation can impede solving these problems, but there is a way. All right, your mental set is your tendency to approach a problem in a particular way. It's based on experience in the past. Sometimes mental sets inhibit solving problems in the present and in the future because of how we did it in the past. It's an example of fixation. Functional fixedness, a tendency to think of things only in terms of the usual functions. A butter knife is used for butter. No, I use a butter knife for a screwdriver sometimes. All right. Functional fixedness is an impediment to thinking. It's an example of fixation. There's your matchstick problem solved. Who thought of that? Give yourself a thumbs up. All right. This is for our math people. Here's the equation that could solve all of those. All right. And finally, who mounted the candle on the box on the bulletin board like this? All right, some of you may not have thought of this, and therefore, it was an impediment to problem solving. All right, representative heuristic, judging the likelihood of things in terms of how well they seem to represent or match particular prototypes. This may lead to ignore other relative information. All right, obviously, we think of tall people as playing basketball. Not always accurate. It fits our representative heuristic. All right, it's how you seem to represent or match a particular prototype. All right, he's actually a Democrat, not a Republican. All right, people tend to use heuristics to label one political party one way or the other. All right, this again, you can do this all on the slides themselves. They're examples of functional fixedness and representative heuristics. The availability heuristic is estimating the likelihood of events based on how it comes to mind. For example, you think of the likelihood of getting in a wreck or dying in a transportation accident. You think of an airplane crash because that's on the news. Car crashes don't make big news. They happen all the time. All right. Now we're on to language. So I'm going to go ahead and segue into part 2 of 5B at this point. All right. Your language is offensive, and Mr. Gallagher is out.